It was day 2 of our trip along the Nevada BDR, and we had camped that night just across the border in Nipton, California. Today's weather forecast predicted another windy day. This morning, we'd also learned that Mike wasn't feeling well and would depart the trail and head home. We hated to see him go, but understood the importance of taking care of himself first.
Cool. There you go.
So
Prim to make it to Prim.
Prim to Pahrump is 72 miles.
And so I'm heading home.
All right. Been great having you along.
Thank you very
really
much.
Appreciate it.
Like
Thanks
I said, my mind enjoys this 100%. My body does not.
Okay.
Had a great time. Thank you very much.
You have a safe trip, Mike.
Hi, Mike. Safe travels home, brother. Thanks again. It's been a pleasure.
All right, we are day 2 on the Nevada Backcountry Discovery Route, and we are leaving Nipton, California. Nipton was an amazing stop. Mike actually asked the proprietor, or I think the guy who's kind of running the city right now in Nipton. It's for sale, by the way, if you're interested. But he asked him if we could camp there, and he said absolutely. And we had a great night.
Well, I'm not opening up any caffeinated, carbonated beverages anytime soon. Amen to that. Yeah, this has not been graded. I think those roads yesterday spoiled us a little bit. I'm trying to think what's worse, this or that one stretch in Mojave. This is way worse. You know, with that one stretch of Mojave, you're just like a boat on the ocean. Nose down, nose up, nose down, nose up. This is like nose down, nose up, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left.
This particular section has been super rough and pretty uncomfortable inside the vehicle. So hopefully it evens out a little bit later and gets a little bit better.
Well, after bouncing around a whole bunch on this road, we decided to go ahead and air down. Right here near this solar power station. Used to be in a couple of these squadrons. We stopped and aired down.
I can tell an immediate difference. I mean, it won't help the rocking side to side stuff as much, but man, I can tell an immediate difference rolling over this stuff. Oh yeah.
So is Prim right there at the California-Nevada border?
Yes. Half the town sells lotto tickets, the other half is casinos. Are we okay for the short stint we're on pavement with the current tire pressure?
Yeah, let's just not go very fast, okay? Maybe no faster than about 40, 45. Motorcycles. Well, one motorcycle, two, at least two.
Alright, we can let them go by.
I'm pulling over. I don't see any more.
a really red dirt patch back there, which is interesting. There's a beautiful canyon up here. Look at that.
Try to grab some lunch up here at Good Springs.
At Good Springs, we did peek inside the Pioneer Saloon. It was an interesting looking place, but a bit busier than we were comfortable with considering the current pandemic. Plus, we were uncertain as to the suitability for 2 young children. Therefore, we ate outside from the provisions we were carrying. We are departing the town of Good Springs. Had lunch here.
Mark, did you see that AM station, radio station right there on the left when we passed it?
No?
K Ghost. Yeah, right there at the corner was K Ghost, AM radio station, and it had a little sign for if they were on air or not. Pretty neat.
Okay. Did have the GoPro running.
Yeah, if you had it running, you got it on film then. I'd really love to know why people live out here and what do they do.
Anybody need a restroom or anything? I mean, this is a real restroom here.
Hang on, I'm stalled. I don't have a hand to shift, and yes, the kids should go to the bathroom.
Okay.
We're here in Good Springs, the Yellow Pine Mine Railroad. In 1901, J.F. Kent founded the Yellow Pine Mining Company in the Good Springs area, recognizing that transportation between the Yellow Pine Mines and the SP-LA&SL Railroad at Jean was a critical issue.
So this is Wilson Pass Road, and that little park that we stopped briefly at said something about the Yellow Pine Mining Railroad. It ran right along the edge of this road for a short while. What can you tell us about it, Matt?
Yeah, it was a really cool story actually about a guy named J.F. Kent, and he founded the Yellow Pine Mining Company and started a railroad so that he could connect a couple of shipping routes. But through the course of a few years and some mishaps, they had a really significant train accident. They had some flooding. They just ran out of money, and eventually they just ceased. And the trains were sold to a Los Angeles-based junk company, and the railroad tracks were pulled off.
You want to know what those are, Henley?
Yeah.
Those are called wind socks. They tell you how fast the wind is blowing and what direction the wind is blowing. Right now it's blowing almost straight at us.
We have gone up from 7 miles an average an hour to 8.6 miles per hour on average.
Woohoo! What'd you say our elevation was?
Elevation is 4,724 and counting.
Down into a valley. It ain't never. Are you guys having fun? Do you see how beautiful this valley is? It's really cool, huh?
Quite the contrast, the yellow grass and the dark rock.
Yeah, and then as soon as we go into the right, we can see the actual layers up close.
Yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous. It looks like a painting. All right, we are in Sandy Valley. We're passing the Sandy Valley Middle School right now, and we're back on pavement for just a moment.
BJ Bayless during the walk or the Washington Backcountry Discovery Route. Now this is my kind of four-wheeling.
Yeah, now we're moving. Wow. If it's like this all the way to Pahrump, we're going to be there in no time.
Look what I found.
Oh, you sure do.
Do we want to go over here, or do we want to keep going the way we're going? There's a campsite right here.
I'm down to explore. I mean, it's up to you guys. We could go back in a little ways and see if there's somewhere to camp back there. It is almost, well, it's 2:30.
Yeah, I was thinking we could go back and explore a little bit, but we have this here if it comes down to that. We didn't get as high up on the ridgeline to camp as we'd hoped. However, we did find a spot that would do nicely for our camp this evening. It was remarkable that just over that gap between the mountains was Las Vegas. Yet we'd see no signs of other humans that night. Of course, a nearly full moon meant the lights of Vegas were not noticeable as sky glow. Matthew, what are you doing over here?
Well, all the rocking and rolling we did on the trail loosened up the bolts that hold my bumper to the frame, and it's actually the weight of the trailer and all the whoops we did today caused the bumper to sag just a little bit. So we're gonna loosen it up here and hopefully jack it back up into place and get it level again.
Alex, tell me what you're having for dinner.
Well, I am trying to reform some salmon patties into salmon burgers. Didn't quite turn out as expected, but hopefully it'll still be edible. Want to take a look?
Yeah.
Here you go.
All right.
how the color of the terrain changes, where you got the reds and the light grays, and they just blend together.
Yeah, we went through a really red dirt patch back there, which is interesting. There's a beautiful canyon up here. Look at that.
And you can see the layers in the strata on that mountain over there. And then you got beautiful power plants.
Yeah, that power plant's just gorgeous.
As power plants go.